It's been the coolest day ever. If you haven't heard anyone tell you today, as soon as you have a minute, spend some time with yourself. Get to know yourself, invest in yourself, any way that you can, any way that you feel moved. I'm pulling from the Cartas Tainas deck. I have 3 here. So, Kasika of the Parrot and the Home. Chieftain, Chiefess energy, double of that. There's 2 of you. 3 of Canoes of the Semis energy. So, I'm getting just heavy relationship energy. We're getting heavy relationship energy. That is not where I thought this was going. Oh, that is not where I thought that was going. Oh, I'm so grateful. Oh, and I stay grateful. Oh, this week has been a whirlwind. And it's, my life is continuing to be a whirlwind. And it's beautiful, and it's scary, and it's affirming, and it's eye-opening, and it's so, like, if you're in an energy, and you are in an energy, I should say, of just, a lot of different things, and you're just as surprised as I am to be talking about, like, just the couple of the century. I guess I have to cover this for you too, but the couple of the century here, like, LGBTQIA plus community, power couple is what I'm sensing. So Kasika, Gasike, those are chiefs. I was just learning about them today on Casa Arieto, yesterday, because I have committed to learning Taino. I've committed to learning the language of my ancestors, and I am slowly also incorporating learning Spanish in there. And on Casa Arieto, I think that's what it's called. I've been like clicking. I've just been so excited from it. But we learned about the Casikas in the module that I worked on, and talked about how Tainos, they were matrilineal, and they were matrilineal, and previously they would pick their chiefs through like a bloodline, and you could usually, I think they usually went with like the male in that like corresponding family, like the firstborn male, but there were definitely prolific female casitas, and so the Spaniards showed up running into women in power, like, what the fuck is this, and so it was just interesting. It's interesting that's coming up, and so so you have a very good balance, even if you're able to balance all sides of yourself, is what I'm hearing. And it looks like you are getting some form of a message with regard to, good spiritual community in your home, and it's a love reading, and like, I'm not allowed to shy away from it. I say aloud, but it's just like, don't dumb it down if you really want to tell the truth. It's less about like, defying spirit, and more about like, okay, no, but you would prefer that I just say, no, like, this is a love reading. This is and I'm like, oh, wow. So let's talk about it. So I think that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you, and you deserve to have wonderful things. We're going into the Rainbow Moon Tarot next, and we will see where that puts us. I see that it's blue, green, and orange / red Wheel of Fortune. It fell out reverse, but it's the Lovers in reverse. It's just it's interesting because I don't usually feel moved to read it right side up, but I don't think that it was supposed to be upside down for some reason. I'm getting that it wasn't. But I'm gonna leave it that way. And then we're gonna take both considerations, or both of, the meanings into consideration. And there were 2 cards that actually came out in reverse in this one. So you have, like I said, the Wheel of Fortune, Lovers in reverse, another, femme couple. Yeah, a beautiful femme couple, and it doesn't have to be, femme, but I'm getting that, it doesn't really matter how you present, though. It's, you steal the show. People cannot help but stare at you. It just is what it is. You could be and you have the Chancellor of Wands, you could be in a very, chill space like this, and you still stand out. You're very, your 4 of Crystals is also reverse, but you're very noticeable in all in any of the forms that you take, I'm hearing. 8 of Daggers right side up, so you can deal with some things here. Let's go ahead and read the Wheel of Fortune. Don't want to there we go. Change in fate. So yeah, you have 2 major arcana here, and then a wand, a crystal, and a dagger. Change in fate. The Wheel of Fortune is here to remind us our fate is not always in our hands. If you're looking for an answer, it may be time to release and let the universe take its course. Everything is already in motion, and you can't change that, so it's time to let go and watch how everything falls. This card also often represents a change in fortune, so if you've been down on your luck, things may start looking up. However, if you've been on a winning streak, it may be time to prepare yourself for a rough patch. So then you have, I'm going to read the Lovers right side up. Lovers, duality, and big choices. Hang on here. Okay. The Lovers are about duality and relationship. This does not necessarily mean a romantic relationship, rather the relationship between any 2 entities. This is often an indication of a big choice. Both sides have value and need to be weighed carefully. When this card pops up in a reading, it's calling for a well-balanced partnership, not a lusty romance. The reverse Lovers Tarot card points to misalignment, internal conflict, and disharmony. Okay. While the right side up card represents union and choice, the reversal signals a lack of balance, poor decision making, or a disconnection between your core values and your current actions. So there's 2 of you. And at the same time that you're inviting in this beautiful, new love, you are severing ties with a relationship that is like, yeah, this, it, you're on the downswing with one of these situations to the extent where it's like, it's a cycle regardless, and it's not the cycle you want to be in. And so you have cut ties and ended all of that. You've severed it. And by doing that, you have welcomed in new love. And so this is like, it's interesting next to each other because it is still just like, there is disharmony in a certain relationship. This energy of the Wheel of Fortune is a concept in your mind that kept you tethered to either a person that you love, or a group of people that you loved, or a kind of person you continued to allow to disrespect you and your boundaries. Like, whatever this concept in your mind is, you have started cutting away at a lot of those, like, trauma bonds almost to the concept. Like, you're letting go of the guilt, you're letting go of the shame, you're letting go of like the concept that you have to endure in order to have abundance of any kind. And so like, you're, yeah, breaking this welcomed this is what I'm hearing. Then you have the Chancellor of Wands. The Chancellor of Wands in this deck is the Queen of Wands. So this is you and your Queen of Wands energy. I'm telling you, this is a queer channel. This is a queer channel. This is a queer channel. This is a very LGBTQ, AI plus, queer ass, very open-minded channel. This is you. This is you and your Queen of Wands energy. Manifestation and balance. The Chancellor of Wands holds a lot of power and has the ability to manifest what they truly desire. They are well-balanced and grounded force. They are a well-balanced and grounded force who see their projects through to the end. So like, you're showing up. You're showing up. And like, you know you're powerful. You know you manifested this specific thing. So it's like, it's not like new that you're hearing about all of this, but it is like this isn't the first time you've heard that this beautiful thing is coming your way. Like, I don't know why this feels so abundant, but it feels so abundant. The Tainos invented the word canoe, by the way. Well, yeah, and this here, right here, is a semi. It's giving him a Yamoja energy too. So there's a lot of like beauty in that. Then you have Four of Crystals in reverse. I'm going to read it upright first. And crystals are pentacles, is the pentacle. So in the right side up, it says greed, only focused on material gain and scarcity. The fear of loss and going without is your driving force in pursuing your goals, and that's not a long-term solution. It will lead to burnout. Greed is turning you sour. You're currently sitting on your riches, afraid to share. Reach into your pockets and share, and you may find it more rewarding than all the money in the world. And so it says here, the Four of Pentacles reverse represents letting go of control, releasing fear of scarcity, and opening up to generosity. So you're in like a state of receiving. That's that water energy that like, it's also giving like soulmate too. This is giving soulmate, this is giving, you know, facets of you. This is giving 2 spirit, 3 spirit, multiplicitous people. You know, people who are just very like honoring of the multiplicities or duality, you know, nature and whatever it is, you know. I'm getting all of that. The 8 of Daggers is upright. And yeah, like while upright card symbolizes holding on tightly to money or emotions, the reverse signifies a breakthrough and breaking free from hoarding habits. It could also warn against extreme financial recklessness or set healthy boundaries, or failing to set healthy boundaries. So like, I feel like it can be a money thing, but I'm hearing like it took you a lot for you to get to a place where like, and you are needing to like set boundaries. It is this whole like cycle. It's like you're divorcing this toxic cycle almost. Like you're literally like, I see you literally like taking thread and just like, and like layers and layers of thread at your heart and just cutting them away. That's what I see you. And it's like, and it's just kind of like that excess. I don't know if anyone's ever paid attention to this, but I cut tags in my clothes a lot. And so I notice that sometimes like either the seller or the maker of this particular item, usually I see it on like pants. They'll sew, like stitch in like a tag, and instead of like ripping it out, a lot of the times you can find that like stupid like a cup, and it's usually like either a couple of them surrounding like a fabric box that, and the burnt edges are scratchy and everything like that, like, or like long ones. Regardless, I'm not suggesting you should do anything. I don't think I have anything here that I can show you. But usually, I'm not gonna get up. Usually you can like unstitch that piece, or if they have multiple around it, you can like gently use there's like this tool. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, I don't know what it's called. But like my grandma used to use this like needle material, this needle like severer. No, not needle. Oh my god. Thread severer, and it was like pointy, and then it looped, and it was like blunt at the other end, so it was just kind of like this unconnected B shape kind of attached to like a handle, and you would just kind of like slice through without getting like the pant or whatever the clothing item is. And that's how I see you gently like untethering. It feels like whatever this connection was, it wasn't just like a person, it wasn't just a job, it was like there was a concept fundamentally in your mind that you recognized fundamentally was your part of it, the thing that made this connection possible. And now you want out of that, and it's welcoming in all of this great stuff, but I see you literally like severing this, as you're trying to like let go of some really intense things. But Eight of Daggers says paralyzed from fear, inability to move, and helpless. You feel like you're completely trapped. It's a lot. Like they'll be like people think about it in terms of like, oh yeah, like just but like for you, this was like thick cord, like ropey material almost embedded in you, and it's like this insisted that it was so important, but it wasn't holding anything together like that you needed. It only held things together that were very irritating to you, even like it literally just found a thing to attach itself to on your your main parts, and you're having to sever that tie yourself. And like you don't want to hurt yourself, you don't want to there's no need of that. And I think that's the thing, is like you have to let go of the idea that doing this work is going to cause harm. It's only going to cause you harm if you don't do the work, right? But you're being so open to generosity, and it just, for some reason, this card just feels so abundant every time I look at it. It's like trade and community is what it feels like, and like the abundance of trade and community. You feel like you're completely trapped. Everything feels out of your control, and you can't take the next step, but you can. You are so much more capable than you're giving yourself credit for. You are not a victim. You are strong, and you have everything you need to move forward. It's time to open your eyes. Yeah, like, honestly, I'm not going to speak on things I don't know. Memento mori. I'm not going to speak on things I don't know. And there's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot that I don't know. Like, they're lying to you if they're telling you they know everything. Make your move, rebirth and renewal. So, this concept, because I can't make this up. We've got the blue, rebirth and renewal. It's like there's this kind of, rebirth and renewal that comes along with the energy of this abundant, communal energy. Like, yeah, like whatever it is, is going on over here, this like existential concept, or just as simply like realizing like, no, like certain people will never change, or yeah, they will, but you have to do the conflict thing, or realizing, and that's something like, part of a lot of my work is like, making my move is part of my work, my ministry to myself. Like, I cannot wait for other people to affirm. I can't wait for people to support. But I also can't wait for myself to feel safe accepting genuine love and support. And so it's like, it's a two-way street. It's like, am I going to trust the divine, in my life, make my move, right? Do the thing for me, for you it could be like, is it time for me to pull that trigger on that idea? Is it time for me to release that song or that video, or let people in on some of the things I'm learning about myself, and connecting with friends more? Or like, it could be, like, what am I doing with myself, by myself? Like, this could be like a, hey, like, you are martyring yourself, and maybe the self-martyrdom, maybe that's what this connection is about. You can't take care of yourself, at a certain point you recognized, and that's why you're severing, that like what you've been manifesting here as the Chancellor of Wands has been this abundant energy, this releasing control and being in alignment with the abundance that, and that comes with the literal one. And I feel like I've talked about this before. Literally, not figuratively, not fantastically, not emulatively. Literally, like, literally, that's you. That's what you get to have. In addition to all the secrets of the universe, we keep talking about this, in addition to all the secrets of the universe, you get to have this. You get to have this. Ooh. No, I don't think there's any more in this one. Just very, very indicative of a person who struggles with guilt attachments. I'm not a therapist, but I'm curious to see, for me, I had to look at like a lot of where my sensitivities and vulnerabilities were, because like I can't let other people know me better than me. No way. Like when you don't know yourself, good enough. Like, and I say good enough because it's like, homie, you have to know what your soft points are. And I'm not saying that as someone on a high horse. I'm saying, like, if no one told you, it is okay to diligently protect your soft points. You're allowed to be gooey and squishy. You need to put a hedge about those soft and gooey spaces. And it's not your fault. And I'm sorry that you have to learn how to do that, but let's do it. And part of that is just healing through some of this stuff, determining what your boundaries are and what they aren't, being open to let go, to be open to change perspectives over and over again, be open to trust yourself even more than you ever have before. Like, you are going to be okay if no one told you. You keep doing what you're doing. And it's easy to second guess because it's fucking hard. And it's not always easy, but it's also not always terrible. And so in these times that feel heavy, I think the divine just challenges us to be grateful oftentimes. And I feel like you know that. And I feel like that's why, like, this is why this is you. Like, this looks like a kept chancellor. Like, this energy is very, like, I have a garden, I have my sunflower hedges, I have my, like, amazing familiar / cat. Like, look at us, we look exactly alike. Like, look, their hair is the same. Like, are you kidding me? Wearing all pink. Like, that's your energy. And I think sometimes, like, sometimes the flagellation, the self-flagellation is as simple as not believing that you can make this move. That you know you gotta do. Like, you gotta make it. And I think I'm not in your business. I don't know what it is that you are supposed to be doing. But you're supposed to do it. Like, whatever it is, you're supposed to, like no more thinking. Only doing. And let go of what that looks like and how that takes off, because, you know, that hyper fixation on perfection is part of what a lot of this untethering is doing. Yeah. Like, this can't possibly not be itchy. I mean, it actually looks really comfortable. These cloths look pretty comfortable. And I bet you're, like, and I think that's also, like, to be said about this picture, it does look like you're comfortable. And that's, I think, another part of this that's like, like, not only are you, like, it's like, make your move. Like, this isn't like a tough, high adrenaline competitive sport necessarily, but, like, you know, you do need to do what you gotta do and stop, like, holding yourself, you know, because this I think is you now. This, enough of this tethering has happened to where, like, you need to untie yourself. You have, like, 8 daggers around you. You can use them, is what I'm hearing. You can cut yourself out of this one, this stuck place. You can make that move, and you can do it, and you can trust it, and know that, you know, rebirth and renewal are on the other side, and all of these things are added onto you, is what I'm hearing. All of these things are added onto you. Like, yes, and both and is what I'm hearing. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. Keep going.